It's an analysis of a video game. And so don't worry if you are not a gamer, I've got an option for you, but we're going to analyze a video game in this assignment. And so I'm going to click on that and just show you what the options are. So the assignment instructions with the two options are listed here, and the alignment that it has that goes along with our course learning outcomes is also listed. But there's two options for you to do, and there's multiple options within those two options. So let me get started and just give you like a brief tour. So please read all of this. I'm scrolling over a lot of it because you can read. So I'm not going to read it to you, but I'm going to just show you that there are two options. The first option is if you are a gamer yourself, you can choose to do this. I need you to give me a tour of your video game, kind of like I'm giving you a tour of your assignment right now. You have to answer questions that are listed here. There's a required list of concepts that I need to see or hear you address in your video tour. But what you're going to do is you're going to look at things like latitude and longitude, GPS, GIS, a grid system, maps, and projections of maps and stuff like that we have covered already. So Mr. Help, like the location and place characteristics and Mr. Help that we talked about, those kinds of things are on this required list down here. And you have some options within option one. You have some options. Number one, I use Minecraft as an example. You certainly don't have to use Minecraft. I know that it works for this, but if you have any game that you want to use other than that, it's up to you. You can make that choice. You just have to make sure that the game you have gives me examples of all these required concepts down here. Okay. And if you do a video of it, you can show me yourself, like up in the corner, doing a video of your own gameplay, or you can do it like I'm doing this video right now, where you hear my voice but you don't see me, but you're showing me something on the screen behind you. And what I need to see is either live action, where you are describing where the longitude lines are, how GPS applies, or the map projection, or the physical characteristics of place, or whatever, from the list down here. I need to see that as you explain it to me. I need you to define things. You'll see this list of requirements down here. And if there's written stuff, it's got like a minimum word count. I'm not concerned with a minimum word count if it's spoken, although I put it here. I'm just concerned with, do I hear the concepts explained? Do I see relevant information that you're displaying for me in the video that you're making? But you don't have to make a video. You can make a PowerPoint with still screenshots and type it, or you can voice over the PowerPoint. You can do a Prezi and voice over the Prezi, or give me written information within the different slides of the Prezi. Or you can do a good old-fashioned Word document, or any Pages document or whatever that includes screenshots that you're showing me of video gameplay that you have done yourself, or that you find on YouTube. There's tons of videos, as you know. I don't have to tell you this, but there's tons of hours of gameplay that people have online. You might want to use somebody else's gameplay. That's perfectly fine too. I just think it would probably be quicker for you to get screenshots and such from your own gameplay, but it's completely up to you. And the game that you choose is completely up to you. All you have to do is prove to me in your presentation that these physical geography characteristics are in the gameplay, and you do that with screenshots and an explanation of what I'm looking at in those screenshots, okay? Or live action, okay? So that option one is particularly for those of you in class who happen to be gamers yourself. Do it in your spare time, enjoy it as a hobby. You can use it as 100 points of credit for class. And if you're not a gamer, no problem. This is using somebody else's gameplay in option two, and I particularly am suggesting the the good old fashioned, like from the 1980s, Oregon Trail. I've even got a YouTube video an example of one that you can use. You don't have to use this particular one, but I've given you a YouTube video of some gameplay of Oregon Trail that you can use to examine and pick out screenshots, or even do a video. You can do a video of this video explaining the things in your required concepts list down here. You can do a Prezi or a PowerPoint and with your voiceover, just like I explained in option 1. As long as I hear all of these things, you can type it out. You don't have to do a video or anything. You can, if you prefer to do the straight old Word document way, you can do screenshots and include those still things with captions, those still pictures with captions in the Word document, so that I can read your answers. And just make sure that you do all of these things in the required concepts list. Okay. I've got some things in boldface just to kind of visually highlight it, but honestly, you don't have, you have to do all of it. So don't just let your eyes go to the boldface stuff. It's really, there is no message that the boldface stuff is giving you that you don't get from simply reading it or having a screen reader read these documents to you when you are in Blackboard viewing them. Okay. So please make sure that you just follow all this and you'll do well. And I want to hear your words and your personality come through in this with our information from our weekly video lessons and our textbook, the textbook sections that go with the topics we covered in the video lessons. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for here. Your citations from that. You can say the textbook says blah, 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 blah. And I found this example of it in my video game. You can, say it as informally as that. You can say in week 2, lesson 3, you said blah, blah, blah. You explained that this thing, it means, latitude and longitude means this, or a map projection means this, or this is how GIS works or something. You can very informally like that. And just cite it as simply as that. But I want you to cite our notes. I want you to cite the notes from curated videos, because I always include curated videos in the weekly folders, and also the page numbers or something from your textbook where you get information. But this is hopefully a fun and interesting thing that you can do for 100 points, your first 100 points in this class for physical geography.